three. Testing. Oh yeah, there goes the microphone. Oh, down here is better. Can pick up my voice better. Alrighty. Welcome Facebook viewers, YouTube viewers, and listeners to the Voice of Stockton. It's the Sunday Night Islam Show with your host, Richard Slezak. Been doing the show for a few years. We're going through the Quran chronologically and the Al-Sahih, Bukhari, Hadith, and Sunnah from the religious to the governing. And as I stated, we've been at this for a few years, and we are into the Meccan surahs, Medinan surahs, cruising about the year 627, 628. Muhammad lived from 570 to 632. His ministry, so to speak, lasted from 610 to 632, and he was active at the Kaaba. He was an active seeker. The Sunday Night Islam Show, and here we go, continuing. For the Facebook billboard, it's a little different than the YouTube billboard. Alrighty. Starting broadcasting 3, 2, 1. Welcome, Facebook viewers. And we're going to just go right ahead. We apologize for the radio DJ not constantly streaming, our boo-boo. I'm going to get up our show going right here. This is known as the audition portion. Today is 2019-10-13. All right. And we can go with Sunday Night Islam Show. And we have 6:22 p.m. Good evening, listeners, to the Voice of Stockton. .org, coming to you from the John Moriarty studio here at 231 West Bedford Road, Stockton, California. And I am Richard Slezak, your host for this evening. All cameras look to be pointed towards the big table, and here I am. Oh boy, can we make adjustments? Yes, we can. And I'd like to introduce the audience to our sponsors, and those are Hotel Furniture Liquidators. Let's get some cameras kind of angled around. They're at 1648 North Shaw Road. And that's at nearest cross street is East Fremont, just east of 99. You can get furniture for your family, bureaus, chest of drawers, desks, tables, chairs, beds. At Hotel Furniture Liquidators, 1648 North Shaw Road. Books for friends and family, for the community. Purchase them at the Miracle Mile Bookstore, 2210 Pacific Avenue, just up the street from us. And at Doors Book Recyclery, you might be able to sell them a few. They're at 2310 Pacific Avenue. Does your car need a plastic part? Hey, Custom Plastics and Signs can make it for you. Do you need plastic sheets, tubes, and rods for that chemistry set or that elaborate thing you're making? Hey, buy them right there. Custom Plastics and Signs, 326 East Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard here in Stockton. Signage for your political campaign or your business? Custom Plastics and Signs, 933-9711. Stencils, vehicle and boat graphics, pretty up that catering truck, got it. On the internet, Custom Plastics and Signs at gmail.com. Also prints t-shirts, business cards, and they'll build you a display. Custom Plastics and Signs. On the road for you, computer repair plus trades. They got parts, and they're Millennium Computer Repair, 922-1879 here in the 209. They'll rid your computers of spyware and viruses. They can get password removal at 209-922-1879. Millennium Computer Repair. Building materials at the Restore, done by Habitat for Humanity, 4933 West Lane. Building accoutrements, furniture, appliances, 2x4s, wall board, hardware, and tools at the Restore, done by Habitat for Humanity, 4933 West Lane, 100 yards south of March Lane. Tender Donuts, we bake fresh daily up on Hammer, 1304 East Hammer Lane. That's west of Holman and east of the underpass for the railroad. And they're Tender Donuts, we bake fresh daily, 1304 East Hammer Lane, open at 4:30 in the morning till 6 in the evening. T-shirts and business cards printed in Lodi at Leaders, 500 East Lodi Avenue at Garfield. Alrighty. 6:22 audition start. And we did sponsors. And the Sahih Bukhari is a collection of sayings and deeds of the Prophet Muhammad, also known as the Sunnah. The reports of the Prophet's sayings and deeds are called ahadith. Bukhari lived a couple of centuries after the Prophet's death and worked extremely hard to collect his ahadith. Each report in his collection was checked for compatibility with the Quran, and the veracity of the chain of reports had to be painstakingly established. Bukhari's collection is recognized by the overwhelming majority of the Muslim world to be one of the most authentic collections of Sunnah of Muhammad ibn Abdullah. So Bukhari was born, 622, that's when we started this evening, and that's the Hajj date, and that's when the Islamic calendar starts. And add 134 years to that, so he was born in the year 794. I stand corrected. So 6, 2, and 9 is 11. So he was born in the year 816 AD. And again, 622 plus 256 would be 87. He was passed away in 878, which 78, so we lived 72 years. Bakari's life. So that was a pretty good life. The total number in the collection is 9,082, but they without repetition, it's 2,602. Okay, let's go. We're in book 53. Let me take you to the start of book 53. And for that, I unfortunately need to set down my microphone. Where is the mouse? Sometimes the mouse gets lost. Oh, there it is. Alrighty, book 53. There's 93 books. That's volume 2, so we're in volume 4. That's volume 3, volume 3, volume 3. Okay, get on that thing. Still in volume 3, scrolling. Volume 3. There's volume 4, book 51. 52 is an enormous book, 283 hadith. And here's book 53. Oh, book 53, 337. Book 52, 253, 295. Okay, let's scroll back to get the exact title of this book. And we're scrolling way back. Oh my, how far back? Oh, we're at... skipped it. Went back into book 52. 306, 30. And book 52 up to 318. I don't remember it being 323. Okay. Alrighty. Here it is. 1/5 of booty to the cause of Allah. And that's humus. Okay, that's the book heading title. That's what these are about. As the raiding and conquering in Arabia was taking place, the booty came in. When the soldiers came in with what they had, Muhammad, they presented what they had, and Muhammad took 1/5, and then they took the rest. And that each one of them. So it was they got each got 4/5 of what he did bring in. And so let us go down to 385. The book starts at 324. And so that's 61 into it, and I believe there's 84 total, or 85. And here we go on the scroll. That's 633. What the heck? Oh, that's book 55. Book 53, 354, 506, book 54, too far, 347, 380, okay. Now we'll scroll with just the push button. There's 384, all right, we're at 385. And 636. And number 385. Narrated Amr bin Auf al-Ansari, who was an ally of Bam Amr bin Inay, and one of those who had taken part in the Ghazwa of Badr. Allah's apostle sent Abu Ubaid bin al-Jurayh to Bahrain to collect the jizya. Allah's apostle had established peace with the people of Bahrain and appointed al-Ala bin al-Hadrami as their governor. Interesting. Here's some history. Let's take this down. Al-A bin al-Hadrami, governor of Bahrain, appointed by Muhammad, and jizya flowing to Medina. When Abu Ubaid came from Bahrain with the money, the Ansar heard of Abu Ubaida's arrival, which coincided with the time of the morning prayer with the Prophet, when Allah's apostle led them in the morning prayer and finished. The Ansar approached him, and he looked at them and smiled on seeing them and said, I feel that you heard that Abu Ubaidah has brought something. They said, Yes, O Allah's apostle. He said, Rejoice and hope for what will please you. By Allah, I am not afraid of your poverty, but I am afraid that you will lead a life of luxury as past nations did, whereupon you will compete with each other for it as they competed for it, and it will destroy you as it destroyed them. Okay. Abu Ubaidah came with jizya from Bahrain at morning prayer time the Ansari received the jizya, I'm going to put spoils, and Muhammad warned them of having luxury but being overly competitive, unneighborly, for the spoils. Alrighty. Onward to 386. Here's something interesting. 384. I was sitting with Jabir to the 70 AH, the year when Musab bin Az-Zubair was the leader of the pilgrims of Bara. We were sitting at the steps of the Zamzam well, and Bahala said, I was clerk of Juz bin Muwayya, Al-Anaf's paternal uncle. A letter came from Umar. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was canceling the marriage with the Magians. And we've done 385, 386, narrated Jubair bin Hayya. Now I got 642 here at the Voice of Stockton. This is the Sunday Evening Islam Show. I'm Richard Slezak, and let me do a check on the big screen. Make sure the feed is okay for the I take it that it is. How does it look? There I am. Yeah, the feed's okay for the Facebook and the YouTube. Sunday Night Islam Show. This is how we learn about Islam. That is not coffee. That is the juice for another use. And let me go get coffee. Back. Alrighty, we're back. Sunday Evening on Islam Show. That was some vegetable broth. Rather tasty stuff, but not quite the right stuff. that's a funny chest compaction. Oh my. About to get back on it. Alrighty-us. Number 386, narrated Jubair bin Huyaya. Umar sent the Muslims to the great countries to fight the pagans. When Al-Hurmuzan embraced Islam, Umar said to him, I would like to consult you regarding these countries which I intended to invade. Al-Hurmuzan said, yes, the example of these countries and their inhabitants, who are the enemies of the Muslims, is like a bird with a head, 2 wings, and 2 legs. If one of its legs gets broken, it would get up over its 2 legs with 1 wing and the head. And if the other wing got broken, it would get up on 2 legs and a head. But if its head is destroyed, then the 2 legs, 2 wings, and the head would become useless. The head stands for Khosrau, and 1 wing stands for Caesar, and the other wing stands for Faris. So order the Muslims to go towards Khosrau. So Umar sent us to Khosrau, appointing An-Numan bin Muqrin, Muqrin, as our commander. When we reached the land of the enemy, the representatives of Khosrau came out with 40,000 warriors, and an interpreter got up saying, let one of you talk to me. Al-Mughira replied, ask whatever you wish. The other asked, who are you? Al-Mughira replied, we are some people from the Arabs who led a hard, miserable, disastrous life. We used to suck the hides and the date stones from hunger. We used to wear clothes made up of fur of camels and hair of goats, and to worship trees and stones. While we were in this state, the Lord of heaven and earth and the earths elevated his remembrance, and majestic is his highness, sent to us from among ourselves a prophet whose father and mother are known to us. Our prophet, the messenger of our Lord, has ordered us to fight you till you worship Allah alone, or give jizya, a tribute, to our prophet, has informed us that our Lord says, whoever amongst you is killed, in other words, martyred, shall go to paradise to lead such a luxurious life as he has never seen, and whoever amongst us remain alive shall become your master. Al-Mughira then blamed An-Numan for delaying the attack, and An-Numan said to Al-Mughira, if you had participated in a similar battle, in the company of Allah's apostle, he would not have blamed you for wanting, nor would he have disgraced you. But I accompanied Allah's apostle in many battles, and it was his custom that if he did not fight early by daytime, he would wait till the wind had started blowing and the time for the prayer was due, in other words, after midday. 386. And this is sometime after Muhammad, so under Umar, and let's see, Umar. So Umar sent us to Khosrau. Under Umar, on Numan, bin Makrin was sent to fight Khosrau. And it was Al-Mughira now. Where's Al-Mughira is not mentioned earlier. Yes, okay, we'll call him the emissary and translator, Al-Mughira, emissary and translator. And Nu said to Al-Mughira, spoke to the 40,000 Persians leaders, or not their leaders, in general, told them to turn to Islam or fight will ensue. Ensue. It was morning. Arabs held back. Muhammad held back till afternoon. Alrighty. Not a full story. Alrighty. That was my page 1 of notes. We're taking note of these for when we get to the end. It's good to review. Okay. That was my opening page. Let me grab some more scratch paper. Oh boy. University of the Hairstyle Radio. Here we are. Alrighty. Paper, don't forget. We got 6:56 here at the Voice of Stockton. 6:56 here at the Voice of Stockton, and what's my range on this microphone? Maybe not as far as I'd like. So, gonna flip that page and get my headset back on. All right, here we go. And we're going to put a heading on this second page. The Voice of Stockton, Islam Show, Book 53. 1/5 of booty. And today is October 13th, 2019. And continuing, that was 386. And here's number 387. So that took place around 637, 638. Very much post-Mohammed. And describing military, very much the conquering, very much the militarism. It's right there. That's militarism in Islam. Narrated Abu Humayd az-Zaidi, we accompanied the Prophet of Ghazwa of Tabuk, and the king of Atla presented a white mule and a cloak as a gift to the... we accompanied the Prophet in the Ghazwa of Tabuk, and the king of Atla presented a white mule and a cloak as a gift to the Prophet, that is Muhammad ibn Abdullah. And the Prophet wrote to him a peace treaty allowing him to keep authority over his country. All right. King of Atla presented a mule and cloak to Mohammed, leading a Ghazwa. Mohammed wrote the king a peace treaty and let him authority over Allah. Alrighty, it is 7 p.m. This is the Voice of Stockton. It is the Sunday Evening Islam Show. Welcome, YouTube and Facebook viewers. I am Richard Slezak. I'm not a Muslim, but this is so we can understand that what is Islam. Hey, the president wanted that when he wanted to keep them out of the country. Well, they're already here, been here openly practicing Islam since 1707, so that makes it 212 years, and in order to have understanding for the general public, I'm going through the hadith of Al-Sahih Bukhari, and in a few weeks we'll be getting back to the Quran. That'll be Surah 58 will be the next, after we get finished with book 53, 1/5 of booty to the cause of Allah. That is Cumus. And number 388. Narrated Juwairiya bin Qudama at-Tamimi. We said to Umar bin al-Khattab, J.O., Chief of Believers, advise us. He said, I advise you to fulfill Allah's convention made with the Dahimis, as it is the convention of your prophet and the source of the livelihood of your dependents. In other words, taxes from the Dahimis. Okay. Okay, that's probably just OH meant to be. Umar declared Caliph. Declared fulfill Allah's convention made with the DHI Dahimis to oh my. The convention made with the Dahimis that they are taxed to provide your dependents livelihood. Oh my. And we'll get to I believe the definition of Dahimis are Christians and Jews living under Islamic subjugation, and they paid extra taxes, and those taxes were part of the booty. They were an ongoing extra, not just off the top in battle. Alrighty. That was, okay, number 589. We got 7:05 here at the Voice of Stockton. I am Richard Slezak. This is the Sunday Night Islam Show, coming to you from the John Moriarty Studio, 231 West Bedford Road, Stockton, California, right next to 2001 Pacific Avenue. We're going to be broadcasting soon and fixing things up here. Immediately. Oh, my, I should be on it. Oh, well, narrated Yahya bin Said. Once the Prophet called the Ansar in order to grant them part of the land of Bahrain. On that they said, "No, by Allah, we will not accept it unless you grant a similar thing to our Quraysh brothers as well." He said, "That will be theirs if Allah wishes." But when the Ansar persisted in their request, he said, "After me you will see offers given preference over you in this respect, in which case you should be patient till you meet me at the tank of Al-Kawthar." And Muhammad offered Ansar land in Bahrain. Ansar said, "Only if Quraysh brothers are granted similar land." Muhammad said, "Bahrain land may be theirs if Allah wills, and future offers may go to others. Paraphrasing. Alrighty, number 390, we have 708 here at the Voice of Stockton. These are 1/5 of booty to the cause of Allah. Humus. Narrated Jabir bin Abdullah. Allah's apostle once said to me, "If the revenue of Bahrain came, I would give you this much and this much." When Allah's apostle had died, the revenue of Bahrain came, and Abu Bakr announced, "Let who was ever promised something by Allah's apostle come to me." So I went to Abu Bakr and said, "Allah's apostle said to me, if the revenue of Bahrain came, I would give you this much and this much." On that Abu Bakr said to me, "Scoop money with both your hands." I scooped money with both my hands, and Abu Bakr asked me to count it. I counted it, and it was 500 gold pieces. The total amount he gave me was 1,500 gold pieces. Oh my. Let's see, the narrator was, and that's who got it, Jabir bin Abdullah was promised revenue from Bahrain by Mohammed. It came under Abu Bakr. Jabir collected 500 dinar. Abu Bakr gave Jabir 1,500 gold pieces, which are dinar. Alrighty. Narrated Anas, money from Bahrain was brought to the Prophet. He said, spread it in the mosque. It was the biggest amount that had ever been brought to Allah's apostle. In the meantime, Al-Abbas came to him and said, O Allah's apostle, give me, for I gave the ransom of myself and Akil. The Prophet said to him, take. He scooped money with both hands and poured it in his garment and tried to lift it, but he could not, and appealed to the Prophet. Will you order someone to help me in lifting it? The Prophet said, no. Then Al-Abbas said, then will you yourself help me carry it? The Prophet said, no. Then Al-Abbas threw away some of the money, but even then he was not able to lift it. So he again requested the Prophet, will you order someone to help me carry it? The Prophet said, no. Then Al-Abbas said, then will you yourself help me carry it? The Prophet said, no. So Al-Abbas threw away some more money and lifted it on his shoulder and went away. The Prophet kept looking at him with astonishment at his greediness, till he went out of sight, and Allah's apostle did not get up from there till not a single dirham remained from the money. Let's see. Al-Abbas received all the money he could carry, shared by Mohammed of Bahrain jizya. Mohammed gave the rest out to others who followed Al-Abbas. Alrighty. Onward to page 3. We have 714 here at the Voice of Stockton. Let me do an equipment check. Make sure the feed's going okay. Out over the... looks to be all right. Okay, we're on page 3. And this is the voice of Stockton.org. Sunday, Islam, show of October 13, 2019. And we do have 7:15 p.m. And we're at number 391. Bukhari, book 53. And 391, narrated Abdallah bin Amr. The Prophet said, whoever killed a person having a treaty with the Muslims shall not smell the smell of paradise, though its smell is perceived from a distance of 40 years. Alrighty. Whoever killed a person having a treaty with the Muslims shall not smell paradise. Alrighty. Number 392. Narrated Abu Huraira, while we were in the mosque, the Prophet came out and said, let us go to the Jews. We went out till we reached Beit ul-Mudras. He said to them, if you embrace Islam, you will be safe. You should know that the earth belongs to Allah and His Apostle, and I want to expel you from this land. So if anyone amongst you owns some property, he is permitted to sell it. Otherwise, you should know that the earth belongs to Allah and His Apostle. Alrighty, this is Mohammed. Was in the mosque, went to let us go to the Jews. At Beit al-Mudras, Muhammad told those Jews to embrace Islam and they would be safe Muhammad wanted to expel them Muhammad wanted to expel them, told them to sell their land for the earth belongs to Allah and His apostle. That's worldwide dominion. And we'll end it there at 392. And I'm going to take a little look up here, see how many hadith there are in book 53. Just going to scroll till it ends here. Got to 408, 409. Oh, that looks like it's it. 392. Book 53 ends at number 412. So, looks like we have a good chance of making it on the next show. That's 20 of them. Maybe not, though. And this has been the Sunday Evening Islam Show for October 13th. And seeing the distribution of booty, seeing the expulsion of Jews. And that's kind of a new one. And so, as well as the receiving of spoils on into Abu Bakr and Umar's time as caliphs. All right, so that'll wrap up this evening's show. And a little bit of history there, and that helps explain some aspects of Islam and why the Middle East is in the condition that it's in. All right, let me come over here and shut things down. And again, this has been the Sunday Evening Islam Show, coming to you over the voice of Stockton, and I will bid adieu to the YouTube people